Hello, everybody. I like my little tussle today, this morning, this evening, whatever time you're watching it. It's actually later than normal. I've been busy all morning long. I started on something this morning. I'm trying to get some of these projects knocked out, as y'all know. And I just got, had all kinds of stuff I had to take care of, just all kinds of things. So it's neither here nor there, but we got it done. And now we are here. For those of y'all that don't know, this is what we're looking at today. And some of y'all know what this is, and some of y'all do not. This is going to be the S550 for Buckin. He came, when we came to Buckin stock last 2019, he got to try my 550 out, and he really liked my 550, and he wanted to buy it. Well, mine's not really for sale, so what did I did? I found him an S550, which is a 550 is 99 cc's, and the S550 is 103. Well, there's some videos. I think there's about 3 or 4 now. Earlier from me tearing this thing down and doing a little bit of port work on it and putting a new piston, new set of rings and all in it, and new crank seals and all that stuff. So it is the motor's been put back together, new crank bearings, new seals, new piston, new rings, fresh port job. So I am attempting to put it back together. The biggest problem is I don't remember where all these go, and this is one of my first ones made in this fashion with a front tank on it. I don't normally mess with the front tank ones. I'm usually messing with the 125s, the 1010s, and the 70s, the 54, 57, 70 cc versions and all of that. I don't get into very many of these because I don't have a whole lot of call for them. But I've got into this one, and I think she's going to be a nice one. I think Buckin's really going to like this, and when we get it all put back together and sent to him, it's going to be something else. It should have loads of compression, and the port job ought to make her really run. She's got a brand new set of reeds in it. Everything in it that is new that I could replace: the piston, the bearings, all that stuff, seals, reeds. I don't know what carburetor we're going to put on it yet. I do have the carburetor in the box that came off of it, and I don't know how this is going to go, and I don't know if y'all be able to see everything I'm doing, because I'm not particularly set up well to work with this one. It's a little bit cumbersome for me. But we're going to try as best we can to get her all put together. And this thing can be a real pain. The way it's designed is just, well, for lack of a better word, it's just terrible. The way it's designed is awful. I'll just say it like that. The design of this thing makes it incredibly tedious to take apart and put back together, especially when it's the first time you've ever took one apart and put it back together, which this one is for me. This is the first one I've done of this, of the front tank version. So we are attempting to put her back together now. I've kind of been waiting around to put it back together because, well, it's just had so much stuff going on, and it's real puzzly. This one is. It's real puzzly. It's turned every which way, and pieces stack on top of pieces, and you got to put them all in there the right way or it ain't gonna work. So we are now attempting to put it back together the right way, and hopefully all will go well. Now the oil tank is reattached to the gas tank, and I think we're going to stop with that and put this on, because if we don't put this on, we're not going to be able to get it on after we put that on. So for all y'all who are here watching with us, we are figuring this out all together, because it's been a while since I took it apart, and I don't remember exactly how I took it apart. So I'm kind of looking at it and trying to figure it out. So you get to see some of my mental process of how I figure out where everything came from. Is basically just kind of look at the parts and, you know, go from there. If you, like, I wasn't sure if that went on first or if this went on first. And I'm not 100% sure that I can actually put the oil tank on and then put this together. But I put the oil tank on and realized that the bolts for this are underneath the oil tank. So I'm going to bolt this on, and then we'll try to put that on. And if it works, good. If it doesn't, then we'll try again. We'll back up and punt. That's what we'll do. We'll just have to back up and punt. Now I've got all my screws laid out over here. And hopefully they're all the right ones. There's 4 that match, and they have the curly washer on them. I can see in the paint where one of these washers used to be, and all the other screws do not have that washer on them. So I'm gonna guesstimate that these are the screws that go here, since they're the only ones that have that washer on. And I think that'll work. I think that'll work. I'm trying to get some stuff put in here. There we have that on. And we got the pumper. We got the pumper rod through for the oil pump. Everything looks good. The sealer looks good. And I did not find any nuts that go in there, so I'm going to guess that there's none that go in there. since I didn't find any. But here's something I had to do today. We had to make this gasket, because I have some of these, which if you put them together the right way, you can see the difference. And I don't have any of these because I've never built one of these before. So I had to make one, and we're going to glue it on here because that's where it goes. So I'm going to put a little sealer on there, glue this to it. I'm going to put some sealer on this side, and then we're going to put that rascal on there with the gas tank and see if we can get her together. So that's our plan. That's what we're going to stick to. Hope everybody out there is having a good day, getting ready for a weekend. The weekend's coming up, and don't forget, if you're regular here, we have live at 5 on Saturday evening. If you're not regular here, we have a live at 5 on Saturday evening. It's Eastern Standard Time in the continental United States. I forget sometimes I got to let everybody know because there's people overseas and everywhere else watching us. So try to make sure I tell them where we're going to be at so they'll know. Because I want everybody to be able to come and watch if they want to. There's some people that missed the live feed here and there, and they say they're sorry and stuff, and I told them it's fine. I don't expect everybody to make it to every live feed, because I know you can't. Because I don't make it to everybody else's live feed. I try to look at some, and a lot of people say they don't see me there, and a lot of times I come and watch, and I don't say anything because I get a lot of comments and stuff, which I enjoy. But y'all, the live feed is really small on my phone whenever I watch. The comments are really small. And even with my glasses on, I have a hard time reading them sometimes. So when I'm trying to answer comments, sometimes I say things that I don't need to say to people because I read the comment wrong. Well, any of you that watch my live feed, you know, even the larger stuff that comes across mine, sometimes I read it wrong too. So it's just one of them things that I do. And I try to read it best I can, but sometimes I just can't see it good, or my mind puts a word there and my mouth says it before my brain ever even looks at it. And that happens to me sometimes too. So we're going to put a little bit on this side too, just to make sure she don't. I don't think there's much anything over here to leak other than a little bit of oil, but I just assume it don't leak anything if all possible. Because ain't nothing worse than having one that don't run, except having one that has a dadgum leak. So we're going to try to put just a little thin skim on there, and gives it a better option of sealing. Because having some sealer on there is better than no sealer. I like for things to not leak, so we're going to give it a try to ensure that it don't. But, all right, there we go. Now I got a feeling that I don't have the socket that I need to put this on here. And the table's such a mess, I got a feeling I won't be able to find it either. But nevertheless, I will look. And I know I probably put it up, so let me just go look in the drawer, because I probably done put it up, so I'll just come over and check in the drawer right quick. Of course, that ain't it. That ain't it. she is. My sockets in this toolbox aren't as organized as they were in the other one. They're just kind of randomly thrown in there. But we're going to put a little bit of sealer on these screws here too. I try to put a little sealer on everything. Some people don't like that. Some people don't mind it. I try to make sure everything's got a little sealer on it, because sealer does a good job and no sealer doesn't do a good job every time. So I try to make sure I got some type of sealant on there to protect it, make sure it stays there. I had to have a rubber washer for this one here. And I do know that this is in gas. I'm just going to put just a little bit underneath the head of the bolt. It probably won't protect much, but it could stop it from leaking if it don't dissolve it. And this stuff right here works pretty well with gas. I mean, I wouldn't put it just directly to the gas, but captured under the bolt head, it can actually seal up. I know somebody might argue with me. I hope nobody does, but that's just the nature of the beast. We're going to put some on there regardless. There's rubber washers on these bolts also, and having a little bit of sealer on there gives it something to slide against whenever it goes together. We're going to try to slip this up in here. Got to slip this rascal up in here. I might set this on my leg. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. Yeah. There we go. There's that. And there's this right here. And it's got to go right there. And then we drop some bolts in. We'll drop one in there. Drop one in here. And we got this really long one, goes right here. And then the other short one goes right there, but I'm gonna run these down just a little bit, because I'm moving it around and I don't like moving it around with a bunch of sealer on it. Oh, mercy. And there we are starting to look a lot like a chainsaw. Or chainsaw, whichever way you want it to be. Front of the gas tank. I should probably use the other screws in this. I do have some other screws that I would probably rather use, but I think they're all too long and I'd have to shorten every one of them. So we're just gonna put the straight screws in it for now. We might actually have to pull the front cover back off. This is an old gasket, and I don't know if it's gonna leak or not. And it could. The gasket looks fine, but it could leak. We're gonna slap her back on there right now and see how it does, because I'm trying to make the video on putting it back together. And I'm sure there's gonna be some issues that we have to tend to with this saw. I I would really doubt that it'll just go together and work perfectly fine and run right. Everything. That would be nice. Just ain't very likely. Oh, sorry, y'all. Y'all got to tell me when y'all can't see. Sometimes I don't remember. That's why it would be nice to have somebody helping me film. I might be using these screws here. Come on now. This is the reason why I don't care for straight screws. I got the wrong ones. I needed these here. Come on. I replaced the screws in the side cover over on that side. I replaced them with screws that have an Allen slot in them instead of straight slot, because they just seem to they're easier to put in and out with an Allen wrench. So I don't have a straight screwdriver for the impact wrench. I would use it. I probably got one over in the drawer, but you gotta be careful with them. They get all rowdy on you. You get all rowdy sometimes. Go crazy. Do silly things. Knock holes in stuff. Strip things out. And I actually have to order some more gasket material too, because I'm out. I didn't figure that out till today. That's one of the reasons why we ain't gonna make the gas tank gasket right now, because we don't have any more gasket material. We don't even have any of the stuff that I normally use, like drink box material. I'm out of all of it, because I quit drinking a lot of soft drinks, so I don't have a lot of drink boxes laying around everywhere like I did have before. And what I do with my waters, I buy the quart water bottles when I'm at the store sometimes, and I just bring them home and refill them. People see me drinking out of them, they're like, you know, you should get them bottles and just refill them. I said, I just refill these bottles, and then I don't have to buy that other bottle. This one right here has been refilled several times. A good many times, actually. There, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I got a fin that's cracked over here. I've been meaning to take it off, because it's been cracked since I tore the saw apart. So we're just going to tear it off there. If we don't, it'll break off sometime and fall into something. So the oil works. Motor spins over, I know, because I just got all that together. Now, where's my gasket for my oil tank? There it is. This oil tank is made so that it only fits one way. And yep, we're gonna put a little sealer on that, you guessed it. We're gonna put just a little light coat around the edge. We ain't gonna put much on it. We're just gonna put a little bit on there. Hopefully just enough to stick it down. Well, maybe. It don't want to stick down. Probably should have put just a little bit more. It's nice and quiet in here today. Mama should be home directly. They're supposed to go do a little visiting this evening. They said they was going to go do some visiting. I said, that's perfectly fine with me. I'll be here talking to y'all. Because while they're gone, I'm going to film. I can get everything to go the way I'd like for it to. Anyway. We're going to try to get it all put together. Hopefully this video ain't going to be like crazy long. Tell you what. Well, I put these screws in. I'm going to stop it. That way I'll have a little more record time. All right. I got all that top cap and all put on. Really wasn't nothing to it. Just put screws in, screw them in. So I figure that's not very exciting. I don't know why somebody would want to watch it. Somebody might, but I was basically just putting screws in. That's it. So wasn't nothing to it. Just a simple task of screwing them in there. Now we're not going to change the timing on this flywheel because I'm running an ignition module on this thing, and it does change the timing from the original point setting. So we're not gonna go through all that. Oh yeah. She's gonna have some compressor, boys and girls. I don't know what we're gonna do for a carburetor yet. I really don't. As far as muffler goes, it sets better now. We are gonna put this stock style, whatever you want to call this muffler. Was it some people town and country or something like that? Maybe that's one that opens and closes. This one you can turn the direction of where you want it to go. We're gonna put this one on here, and hopefully, just hopefully, everything will work as it should. I do not know why that screw right there is so long, but it is very, very long. I think that's one I never got out of there. But we're just going to snug her down for now, because we still got to put these other two in. These were pretty decent screws here. Y'all can't see what I'm doing at all, can you? I ain't the best videographer in the world, y'all. Really, I'm not. Sometimes I get all up in the camera's way and just probably terrible. One. Two. Try and push down on that and turn it, because that one was really it really has a bad way about it. A little stuff in there. We're going to take this and kind of I'm just giving her a little what for on the louvers. Just open a couple of them up a little bit more. Just kind of give them a little twist so she'll flow. Some of them are kind of tender. Try to keep them as good as possible, but open them up a little bit where they can flow. You can't see through all of them. But we're going to put this on here, put this in here. We're going to turn it straight down, I believe. I'm going to have to bump y'all around a little bit there, it looks like. There's the muffler installed. I've got some other parts that we probably ain't going to get on here today. I've got to find the other key. I gotta find the other key yet, because I don't know exactly where it went. I don't know if it fell out of the crank or what, or if it's hid in that box somewhere, but I'm probably just gonna stop it off here and I'll go ahead and shoot this video up, because we're at about 34 minutes now. So y'all stick around. We're getting the 550S put back together for Buckin, and hopefully we'll have it out in the wood before very long. So y'all have a good day. Have a good weekend. Remember, live at 5 Saturday, Eastern Standard Time, continental United States. Y'all come by and see us. We'll shoot the breeze and have a good time. And Brian wants to crank this thing on the live feed tomorrow, but I don't know whether we're going to have it done by the live feed time. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Y'all have a good day. God bless. Bellhopper out.